Hey, everybody. Oh, he left the door open. Fucking goddamn. Alright. I was gonna do this as a stream with my brother, but he just ditched me at the last second. Anyway, uh, happy Zelda Day, I guess. I almost said Zelda Gay. I don't know if that's true. Um, could be. Anyway, we're gonna be playing Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, haven't played it yet. Was kind of on the fence about getting it until recently. When I watched a breakdown of it, proving that it doesn't run like shit, which makes me happy. Because Nintendo's last big release was, Pokemon, and that ran like hot diarrhea. So, it's good to have stuff that runs well. Buying things that actually work. I think that's pretty nice. And in that regard, we're just going to get started kind of right away here. Let me just make sure I've got the game set to my capture card, not my PC. Yeah, the only time I heard when it gets laggy is like when you have the building ability. That's when I've heard it gets kind of dicey. I can live with that. All right. Oh, and I should fix my webcam too. Yeah, this I got it for free because I didn't actually get it. I'll uh, I'll just say thank you to my brother for letting me play it because he got it today. He finished the tutorial. I asked him, hey, do you mind if I stream it? Because he wanted to get my fresh take on the game. And I said, yeah, sure. Do you mind if I stream it? And he was like, no, I don't care. And then, like, literally minutes during the monkey transition, right? He's like, oh, I'm going to go hang out with a friend. Ah, that was a quick update. Unless it didn't update. Okay, we got a little bit of time here. That's fine, you know. Uh, I would like to make this a little bit bigger and pull this just a little bit closer. Yeah, I'm excited. I liked Breath of the Wild well enough. I don't think it was perfect. I think what Breath of the Wild was a very good foundation. Like, it was a great proof of concept about making Zelda this open world, very loose, by the rules kind of game. Uh, I think it needed a lot more. Like, I don't think it was bad, but I do think Breath of the Wild was missing like it was just missing stuff. Uh, but as like a ground level kind of sort of building block for this, I would say, it did its job. If this really lives up to the hype and it's got as much content and fleshing out of the concept that they started with, then yeah. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. Okay. This webcam is too big. I'm out of my fucking mind.
This strange gloom keeps getting thicker.
I'm not used to them talking. Even after playing Breath of the Wild.
We've been ascending for a while now. These tunnels are deeper than I thought. What could be down here?
Oh, alright. Shit, I was not expecting that. I was definitely expecting way more cutscene here. Yeah, that's a camera, alright. Interesting that I'm already at 20 heart containers. And I've got the Master Sword, which maybe I'm just not remembering things as well, but I swear to God, the Master Sword was not this big. It's really huge. And full stamina? Okay, so this is all getting taken away, right? Like, I know story-wise this takes place after. Oh, look at his feet. That's weird. Hey, Jerry. Look who caved? No, I didn't. I didn't spend $70. My brother did. And I am graciously playing his copy. So, you know, I'm 2 for 2 on my free Switch Zeldas here. I don't remember the sword being this big. Okay, so I mean, I don't know if a Zelda game has ever done this before, but they're definitely pulling a Metroid, right? Like, don't answer. I'm sure I'll find out. But there's I didn't play the DLC, that's true. But there's no way they're actually letting me start with all hearts and stamina. Unless they're adding like 40 hearts. You can't even see the hearts because of my webcam. Look at that shit. That's crazy. There's no. Focus. Put away. Action. Pinky Punisher. First time chat. I saw that earlier. You said, I love you, Frank. Well, Oh, this is new. I don't remember being able to climb on ceilings like this. Or am I crazy? I swear. I think last time you could only climb on, like, vertical surfaces. The game ends in 15 minutes. You keep everything. Yeah. Oh. I like that effect on the ground. I do like when games do that. Like when you win a boss fight, you're scripted to lose, and the game has like an alternate ending. Devil May Cry 5 has that, where if you beat the first boss who you're not supposed to win against, you get an alternate ending, and then the credits play, and then it rewinds back to the boss fight, and you get a special achievement. I've been a follower for a while, you know who I am, sir. But you're a first-time chatter. I apologize. It's hard to keep all these names straight. With the Pro HUD, no minimap, no sensor. There's controls hidden on the normal HUD. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Was the Master Sword always this big? It looks very pretty. I think I do know who you
People have
are.
been falling ill after coming into contact with
Pinky
the gloom
Punisher.
drifting through these caverns. Though here it seems almost misty and not concentrated enough to harm us. We'll keep going, with it coming up from beneath Hyrule Castle. We do
It's
not
Jerry.
know what waits below, so we need to be ready for anything.
Oh, there's 2 Jerrys.
I know I'll be okay with you, Link. Let's
How's it
go
going,
solve
Jerry?
this mystery.
I hope you and Megan are doing well. I see you never chatted in the chat before, and I'm like, this name seems vaguely familiar, because I think you and Megan, I don't think I've ever called her Meg before. Whoops, followed me when I was doing Pokemon, but now there are 2 of them. Yeah, one of you has to kill the other. I didn't hear shit that Zelda said. Just I don't know. I was kind of distracted. Why are we here? Because of the evil black goop? This icky paint-like goop that's moving? Why is the Master Sword glowing? Is this like, my Navi? Is this spider sense? It's pretty cool if it is. It senses orcs? I like Zelda's look in this. She looks really cool. The new haircut's nice, and I like the cape. And like the corset and stuff. It's cute. They're kind of like matching. They both got like this blue tunic. Oh, that's lore from Master Sword. Okay, Fi. Yeah, I think I've seen Fi or Fi. How do you say it? I think I've seen that before. But I mean, I'm familiar with how the system works. It's like Navi or the amulet from Wind Waker, right? You know, you just got a little examine. What am I examining? Ancient civilization. The Zonai? I'm gonna say it's Fi. It's not like anybody talks in Skyward Sword in the first place. I hope the stream stays up. I've been having shit luck recently. Oh, you guys are about to have a fight in the chat about, Skyward Sword? Take it easy. I'm gonna go make sure my phone is, on silent. Actually, please do have your fight, because the more people chatting, the better for my, my analytics. You have this is a corporate approved, fight in the chat. Alright. I'm sorry, no more distractions. Let's fucking get into it. I kind of forgot they just have tablets. Wait. What button was that? Oh, the whole thing is glowing. Oh, shit. Did it do this in the first game? The beam? I can't remember. Also, Skyward Sword HD is a bad port? That's disappointing. I thought I heard good things about it. I guess, I was misinformed. I like the way Link waddles. Oh, the controls.
You're not hurt, are you, Link?
Have you seen the kind of enemies I've fought? Do you really need to ask if I've been hurt by 3 little eyeball bats, whatever
Look
they're
at these
called?
murals. The written histories of the royal family include stories of a great war fought long ago. It was a conflict between allied tribes and someone only ever referred to as the Demon King. Is it possible? Do these murals depict the same legend? This is similar to the statues we saw earlier, a Zonai. And these figures look like Hylians. This depiction certainly suggests that the Zonai descended from the heavens. It is said that my ancestors, the first of Hyrule's royal family, were born from a union with gods who had descended from the heavens.
Oh, so Zelda's,
These murals tell a similar story.
she's got some Zonai
And if
in
they
her.
are accurate, then the gods mentioned were the Zonai. They must have forged a relationship with the Hylians of that time.
This is way
working
more
together
like
to establish
lore heavy than the start of Breath of the Wild,
the kingdom of Hyrule.
which I kind of like. It was
This
refreshing.
figure,
Oh,
he seems to be
Okay,
stealing
there
something
he
of
is.
incredible power from the young kingdom.
it was refreshing in Breath of the Wild to
reminds me
have
of
so
what I've read
little
during the
structure
studies.
and narrative, but I'm kind of glad we've got
And then
like a
this,
proper
it shows the
introduction this
Demon
time.
King. And a fierce battle against him. If the creature depicted here really does represent the Demon King,
I like his grin.
incredible. This mural must be the Great War recorded in the royal histories. This is the imprisoning war, and the events that led up to it. Link! This is a huge discovery. All right then. Now to use this
Oh yeah,
invention
that
for
is
us.
just a straight up
I'm glad
switch.
I didn't leave it behind. It's so easy to record. You point it and click. Oh. Oh, it looks like the rest of the murals are obscured.
Oh well, time to go back up.
Just what is this place? Maybe we'll find more answers
Yeah,
further
Link
ahead.
does not give a shit.
Link,
I
let's keep moving deeper.
This might be an unpopular opinion, maybe it's not, but if they were making the choice to give everybody voice actors, I really don't think they should have kept Link a silent protagonist. I think they should have given Link a voice. And I guess they didn't have him speak in Breath of the Wild, so maybe they thought it would be weird to give him a voice now. But I feel like if they're gonna make the game more narrative heavy, with like this opening cutscene kind of setting that tone, I don't know. I've never been a fan of like Link as a silent hero. I mean, in general, I think a silent protagonist doesn't work. Ooh, this is evil. Oh shit! They have illumination for the beam. Like, look at the walls and stuff. That's pretty. Does it glow in the dark too? A little bit, yeah. She's walking very slow. I don't want to be rude and go ahead of her, but I want to know what's down here. Although I'm pretty sure the first trailer gave that away. Yeah, there it is. What do you mean, not yet? This is nice. I don't think Breath of the Wild had this. I feel like every time I've said that, Breath of the Wild didn't have X. You know, somebody in the chat's like, yeah, it did. This is a pre-rendered video.
What is that?
But that's fine. I can live with that. I don't mind FMVs. I don't know if that's the same term, but... Oh shit. There's vibrations going on. And, yeah, alright. Here we go. There we go. Yep, I fucking knew it. Too good to be true. 40 heart ceiling. Yeah, right.
Link!
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me.
This is cool. I like Mummy Ganon here.
You who carries that fragile sword, a Link. Rauru placed his faith in you. And that was all you could do.
How do you know our names?
Vibrations are very intense. Oh, the castle's one of the Sky Islands? Okay, I was not expecting that. Is the game too loud? I think it's too loud. I'm gonna turn it down. I wasn't expecting Hyrule Castle to be one of the Sky Islands. But, you know, that's fine. You guys let me know if the audio needs to be adjusted. Oh, Link got hurt. His whole arm is messed up. All right. Oh, you know what? Now the pre-order bonus makes sense. I was wondering why it was like a fake tattoo, like arm sleeve thing. Okay, this makes sense. Yes. It's all coming together. I like it. I'm always a big fan of when characters get like battle damaged and scars and shit. So, and I'm a big sucker for like fake or you know like prosthetic arms and stuff. And that's pretty cool. I like it.
Link, finally you wake. I've heard a great deal about you from Zelda. Your wounds were severe. I am relieved to see you escape death. Your arm, however, was beyond saving. I had to replace it, lest the injury endanger you further.
I'm naked! I thought Link had jiggle physics on his ass cheeks for a second. I just had to make sure. Alright. Can I still climb ceilings? Wait, can I not jump? Oh, I forgot what the jump button was. Alright. I think that's too smooth. Okay, yeah, because if that was an upgrade, I'd be a little sad. The fact I can still climb on ceilings, well, I think that was just a geometry thing, but... Alright. I'm also a big fan for stories that have this trope where the hero has, like, a broken version of the weapon. You know? Like, whenever the MacGuffin is broken, but they're still making use of it. Holy shit. I don't know if anybody heard that. I've got the window open because there's a nice, like, breeze. I'm pretty sure somebody just died outside my house. Let me know if this sounds better. Hello, testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, I just put a noise gate on the mic. Sound a little bit crisper, and I don't know how I've never done that before. Okay, the magic arm activates stuff. No. I don't think we can get here, right? Oh yeah, okay. Oh no. Okay, Link can't climb every ceiling. Sure, I'll... Oh, that was first. These scripted dives are... Whoa! Shit! I guess, yeah, they're about fall. Lack of it. Wait. Should I have jumped on those gears? God damn it. Oh, I hope I didn't miss anything. Archaic, like... I've got a skirt. Link is, he's not beating the femboy allegations. Hope I didn't miss anything. Hey. Oh, and, foliage reacts to be walked through. They want me to jump, but I really want to take a second. If I pull out the slate, I want to go into first. Is that a fucking death egg? You gonna Sonic 3 this bitch? Oh, those are even more Sky Islands. Holy shit. I thought that was the surface. There's a dragon. Sweet. No title drop? I would have thought that would, you know, be their moment. Oh. Okay. Okay. Just a little ahead of the game here. Oh, oh, that is fast. That's a really fast acceleration. Kind of looks like his hair has like a different effect when it's sheen. Cool. So we can jump up here. Joe, you missed it. I predicted the title drop. Also, I don't know if there. You know how those like gears are moving at the beginning in the cave? I hope I wasn't supposed to like jump on those to find a shirt, because I walked right past them. So if there were any goodies in there, I totally missed them. I just walked right past the gears after I turned them on. I got my skirt. Femboy Link, he's here. Alright. I hope everything's okay. I don't know what happened. Hell yeah, the dragons are back. I love the dragons in Wild. Wish you could have interacted with more of them. First stick. I don't think they had a sort button this time. I used the hilt to cut down baby tree. Hey Carlos, how are you? Can I use the hilt to cut down a grown tree? Probably not this one. This doesn't look like the kind of tree you can cut down in. I'm gonna say maybe on this. Sword is low on energy. Fuck! It's not even... Come on, guys. Don't take it from me. It's only a hilt. Don't take this from me. I'm alright. You know, I'm playing this. I had an alright day. Yeah. Okay. Taking it one day at a time, like always. Hey Cameron, I didn't beat the first one. Hold on. All right, I'll wait 80 hours and then we'll come. The climbing mechanic is so good. The best thing that Breath of the Wild by far. Every open world game needs this in some capacity. Climb this? I probably don't have enough stamina. Think I can get the angle. Definitely couldn't. This is way too steep. Think is... Oh shit! Right. Wrong. Got the angle wrong at least. This should be good. Texture quality is, well... I mean, it's a compliment. I'm... For the Switch, this looks pretty good. This cliff looks... It's not back... I didn't read the description. Oh, it's just a regular. Now, the water from up here. That don't look too good. This fog is actually... And the only video on this game I watched before starting was the Digital Foundry breakdown, and it kind of showed that, like, when you're in areas with fog near to the ground, you kind of, like, brush your way through it. Yeah, there is a noise gate. Is that bad? Should I turn it off? I noticed watching archives from previous streams that it's kind of like background buzz. I put a noise gate on about 10 minutes ago. See if I could fix that. I didn't adjust it at all. Is that bad? Should I take it off? Keeps cutting syllables out. Oh no. Alright, I turned it off. I turned it off. Hopefully that didn't ruin some of the good moments from earlier that I wanted to clip. I heard about this game for the first time when Joe mentioned it yesterday or the day before on Discord. I don't think I've heard of it at all before then. That is fucking crazy that you didn't hear about... That's wild. You're not the only person, though. I went to 7-Eleven earlier, and They were asking, you know, what I was doing after. Which, in retrospect, that's a little strange that I was asked that question by the 7-Eleven clerk. But I told them, you know, I'm going to be playing the new Zelda. And they had no idea what it was. They didn't know what a Switch was. They looked like they were like 30. Maybe they were trying to flirt. I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to pass the time, you know? I don't think Zelda's that big anymore. No worries. Yeah. Zelda's really more of like an indie game, to be honest. I don't like this thing. Oh, this is a friendly. The third Lord of the Rings movie. Oh, that's flattering. It keeps telling me I have 11 viewers right now. That's pretty crazy. We're back. Went out for a second there. Zelda left me something? Oh, a Switch, dude! Sweet! A Purapad? Go fuck yourself. Even Link is disgusted. Oh my god, it really is just a Switch. They missed an opportunity to make some money by selling some Joy-Cons that look like this. Cool. This place is huge. The Garden of Time. The Temple of Time. That ain't the Temple of Time. I saw the Temple of Time before. That was a very different looking place. I guess there can always be two different temples. Alright. Yeah, I really want to turn down the saturation a little bit. It's a little much, but there's no in-game options for it. I mentioned this, but I mentioned it when the stream was down. But Nintendo, shame on you. This is a horrible, horrible options menu. Like, there needs to be better stuff than this. These guys are jerks. Alright. I'm sorry that the stream keeps cutting out people. You know, I'm just dealing with the hand that I've got. And somebody is coming on Monday to take a look at the connection. Because, I mean, I've replaced the router and the modem and stuff within the last year. When it works great. It's just it doesn't always work. And I think something may be wrong with the cable outside. Like maybe a squirrel chewed through it or something. How do I cancel out of a throw? Okay, I can do that. Oh, okay. I can hit B. Yeah, no, this game is huge. Obviously you know what Zelda is, but I'm surprised you hadn't heard about this. This really is like... Oh, that's scary. The most, like, anticipated game of the year for a lot of people. But if you never had, like, Nintendo systems, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Link Between Worlds was great. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about when you say 3DS, but that one is good. And Ocarina of Time 3D is also very good. Well, the puzzles aren't too bad most of the time. Yummy. Raw meat. Look at that huge-ass slab. Link is a monster. Pretty sure this is new. But I can't put the food in my hands to cook with. I still have to go to the inventory for that. got a cold area up here. Yeah, I mean that's understandable. Alright, I guess we're gonna go where the dot is telling us to go. Banquet meal acquired. Oh no. Man, that fight between Wings and Boogie, that's gonna be crazy. They're both gonna be completely exhausted in 30 seconds. Oh, 2 hits? That's pretty crazy. The last one took 4. Nice. Yeah, I hope whatever... I mean, it's been a chronic issue for, like, several years. And when they visit tomorrow, or Monday, I mean, they're probably going to try and blame it on COVID. But this has been happening since before COVID. It's just gotten... I don't know, worse. And it was fine putting up with it as a household before. When my... You know, when we... I don't know. It was fine before, like, we put up with it. We're usually not confrontational. Or, well, it's... Asking them to fix your shit is not confrontation, but... We were fine putting up with it before, but now that I work from home, I can't. I can't put up with it. And, you know... One of the reasons why... it's never been fixed is one of the reasons why we don't have a dryer right now, which is my mom doesn't want people in the house because she thinks the house is a mess and she doesn't want people in the house. But I mean, that's not my problem, and that's never gonna change. And you know, fixing the fucking dryer and fixing the I almost attacked him. Fixing the internet, those are things that, you know, matter. That actually make a substantial difference in our lives. Oh, you place them besides the fire to roast. Roasted ingredients. Yeah, you know, last time they taught you the tutorial on how to cook, but I don't think they ever explicitly told you the difference between cooking with the cooking pots and just roasting stuff by setting it near a fire. Like, you could do it, I remember, but it wasn't something they explicitly pointed out. Yeah, it is very chill. Did I set this too far? Maybe meat is one of those things that you just can't... I don't know. Let's put our steak here. And let's go pick up some stuff and we'll check back in on it. We've hit our limit when it comes to weapons. I mean, they're all twigs, but... we'll be heading up those stairs in just a second here. Alright. What if I just stuck it directly on the flame? Seared steak, baby. Alright. That's a lot of fog. What is this? I want to check out what that is. Oh! That's further than I thought it was. We'll come back to it. Okay. Can you guys even see the stream? Did it go down again? I don't know, man. I keep thinking the jump button is B when it's X. Alright. Cool, the stream is still up. And I died. I just collapsed. I need to... See, one of the only options they have is they do have an option to flip B and Y. So I can... What is this? Oh, this is the load screen. I can change the jump button to what I keep thinking it is, which I am going to do. But again, in, you know, ass backwards, like, archaic ways, like, this is the only control option that there is other than camera stuff. Why don't they give you full key binding? You know? Or multiple, like, control schemes, at the very least. The fact that this is the only one is very odd. Okay, so that's... That... Oh! Shit. Don't throw rocks at my head, asshole! Did I break his shield? No, not even close. I broke his guard. Where'd the shield go? It's in the water. Cool. Alright. Oh, I'm gonna drown. Get up! Oh! I totally forgot that, swimming uses stamina. This is not good. I'm, not doing great. I don't have my seared steak, either. Where's my food that I... Oh, it's in a different tab. Alright. Yeah, the green wheel, that's your stamina. So. Oh shit. This is new.
That door will open only to those with sufficient power. I'm sorry. I did not intend to startle you. It was I that spoke to you earlier. That arm originally belonged to me. I am Rauru. Forgive me for appearing to you in this manner. Unfortunately, I no longer have a physical form. In any case, that arm should allow you to open this door. It seems to have lost the power to do so. You might be able to restore it, but you would need to enter a place filled with sacred light. Of course. Why not visit the shrines on this island?
Oh no, the shrines. Shrines are back. Okay.
The shrines. Yes, I'm sure they are the key.
I'm Liquid Ocelot right now. I am Liquid Ocelot. That just occurred to me. And that is Liquid haunting me. Alright. I'm kind of scared to zoom out all the way. I don't want to get intimidated by the map size. Where's the shrine? I think it was over here. There it is. I was wondering where they put that. Alright. Sweet. Frame rate dropped there. That was a little weird, but... Brother, I live on through this arm. That's the worst Liquid Snake impression of all time. I can't do impressions. I assume that was the guy we just saw. What do you mean? Who, Liquid Ocelot? No. Liquid Ocelot's a Metal Gear character. They just have an arm that used to belong to somebody else. So I made the comparison. No, that guy's name is Rauru, and I don't know what their deal is. They're on our side for now. Oops. I just wasted my... Okay, they gave me a couple more arrows. Cool. Okay, I can see where this is going, but we can't do that yet. You have the Lego Land Speeder? Well, that's fantastic. I have one of those. I never built it. I got it at Legoland as a kid, and I never took it out of the box because I was convinced it was going to be worth something. It might be. Probably not, though. This is a shitload of arrows. Ooh! Headshots do twice as much damage. Good to know. That's a lot of pieces. I think you're overthinking it. You know, he's just climbing stuff because it's a video game and he can climb stuff. You know? Just assume that he's grabbing onto little ridges and, you know, stuff that are sticking out of the bark or the rocks. You know. No, he has no special power that lets him climb. It's just he can scale stuff, you know? Don't overthink it. That one is yeah, he's like a mountain climber, you know? He's just got really good grip strength. No lore. Just He climbs like a mountain climber, and he swims like an Olympian. What the hell are you? Rush room. Oh, fuck. Now that I switched the buttons, I'm thinking of the old layout. God. So stupid. I'm so stupid. Alright. Because I'm an Olympian. Oh god. Which character said that? Was that Psycho Michael? Goatsy. Alright. The people who will get that, and I'm not going to explain it to the people who don't. Why? Why? I wish I never saw that stupid fucking picture. Come on! This is a really cool effect, though. It's really pretty. I don't think I've ever seen the Lost Judgment cover, but... I gotta play those games still. Man, I'm telling you, I've been craving some Yakuza. Craving some Yakuza. I've been fantasizing about playing one of those games like all week. Just been daydreaming about going back to Kamurocho. But the only ones I haven't played are 1, 2, the PSP games, the Black Panther games, you know, and the Judgment games. I own Judgment, I own Lost Judgment, and there's an official, well, not official, there's an unofficial fan translation for the PSP games that just came out. Or no, the trailer just came out. They already translated the second one. The first one is being translated, and it comes out in August. Check Messenger. Carlos, I think you would like Yakuza. Grab and move objects, rotate them, stick them to other objects. We're playing Gary's mod now. Oh, yeah, okay. It's not the same. I don't see it. I see it because you mentioned it. The Lost Judgment cover. I wouldn't have noticed. It's all about the angle, right? And with that, you know, he's reaching from inside. It's different, very different. Yeah, you should play the Yakuza games. They're really good, Carlos. I think you'd like them. I mean, give them a shot. You know, get Yakuza 0 or Kiwami. I think 0 is usually what people would say is the best starting point these days, because it's chronologically the first one and it's pretty new. It also goes on sale a lot. So, alright. Oh, we got a whole wheel full of skills now. So this... You know, I just realized we don't have our old abilities. You know, we used to have, like, the bomb ability. We used to have... Oh, this is more control than we used to have. There used to be the bombs. There used to be the magnet, which this... kind of just replaces. This is just the magnet ability from Breath of the Wild, but better. Because this is the Force. Except I can stick stuff together. I really want to see how this works. Yeah, this is going to be like Gary's Mod type of shit. I like this. This is really cool. I can all you can already tell that this game would get on your nerves. Why? Yeah, that Yakuza game is a lot different than the others, because the others are like, they're sort of like beat 'em up RPGs, and the fighting, they're more like fighting games, where the one I played is more like a traditional RPG. But you know, you like fighting games, so I think you would get a kick out of them. I mean, they're just good games, you know. Kind of like fighting games, but they're also kind of RPGs. I wouldn't call them button mashers, but they are a little bit. God, wrong button. They're kind of button mashers. They you know, they don't have to be. It's just, you can put as much effort into those fights as you want. Right. Oh no! 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 I almost lost my ride. Yeah, well, you know, the order is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, so start with 0. You can't go wrong. 0 came out after 5, but it's called 0 because it takes place first in the timeline. It's a prequel, but it's got a lot more polish because it's after 5. You know, so it's got. By that point, it kind of already figured out what kind of game it wanted to be, and it's pretty fleshed out. And it's a good one. It's a good one to start with. Statue bastards. What are you talking about? Ooh. God hand. Oh, evil. What the hell? I don't know. Light of blessing. Crystal that glows with a light. Oh, okay, so this is like a key. Oh, shit. Alright. I don't want to jinx it, but I did notice the internet hasn't gone out once in the past, like, 30 minutes. You can make the argument that, okay, well, here's the thing about playing them in order of release. So 1 and 2 are PS2 games, and then 3, 4, and 5 and 0 were all on the PS3, and then they remade 1 and 2, but the remakes for 1 and 2 integrate stuff from 0. Stuff that didn't exist in the original 1 and 2. So they've kind of revised the timeline a little bit. Not really. If you didn't, if you didn't play the remakes of 1 and 2, you'd still be fine. But I think if you play the remakes of 1 and 2, you get a better experience. Because you get that extra, I don't know, context from playing 0 that they kind of reshaped it towards. And they also, wait, did the stream go down? Are you guys fucking with me? God. Jesus. Has anyone ever spit poison mist into my eyes? No, I've had people spit on me, though. I can say for certain I don't enjoy it. Ooh, that was a drop. Yeah, I wouldn't even call them retcons because there's nothing in the 1 and 2 remakes that don't, or that there's nothing in them that changes the story from 1 and 2. It's just they have like new side quests and they have like I don't know, new details that exist from 0 that weren't there in the originals. I would say play them in the numbered order because they're all on PS4. Right? If you wanted to play 1 and 2, those are PS2 games. And you'd have to track them down and shit. I don't know how easy it is these days. But they re-released 3 through 5, which were PS3 games, on the PS4 with new localizations, which also kind of add context from the 1 and 2 remakes in 0, because they redid all the subtitling and stuff, it's a whole new localization. 1 and 2 remakes are on PS4, 0's on PS4, 6 is on PS4. The whole series is on PS4, which is what you have. So I would start with 0 and just go in numerical order. I think you'll be fine. Now, I know people who have played it in release order. Obviously, anyone who played it when it came out. And then also just people who started with the 1 remake and then went in order. And, I started with 0. And I think you can't go wrong doing that. I thought there was going to be something over here, but it looks like I was wrong. Am I going to watch Ant-Man 3 on Disney Plus? No. No, I'm not. I didn't think that movie was terrible. I thought it was okay. It just felt weird that was an Ant-Man movie. Because the other 2 Ant-Man movies are like these heist comedies, and they're pretty lighthearted. And I like the first 2. And I don't think 3 was bad, but it was just weird, like the tonal shift. I don't think you would like it very much, Cameron. I think you'd probably hate it. I don't think it was bad, though. It kind of... I was going to say something, but I don't think this is going to help me prove my case here. But I think it reminds me of the prequels, sort of. It feels like a Star Wars movie. How many of these can I stick together? Holy shit. Holy shit. How many of these can I... This is more than I thought the game would let me. The villain is pretty good. He's one of the better ones. I liked him. But, I gotta tell you, after watching Guardians 3, he kind of seems not as impressive. Also, the actor, a few weeks ago, it was kind of revealed that he's, like, abusive. So, I think they're gonna recast him. Either way. The guy who plays Kang. Which... Oh, that's what you were talking about. I see. Funny man. This is stupid. I can't even see them all. Drop it on yourself? I think I know what's gonna happen if I do that. Alright, hello? Alright, sorry. I was sending a picture to somebody of how insane it is that you could make it this long. Oh, I can't even reach the end of it. I should just carry this thing around with me the entire game. God. Come on. If I drop it on the A. Oh. I thought I was gonna die for sure. But it did make me crouch, which is kind of weird. God, this thing is stupid. Oh! The game doesn't like it. The game doesn't like it. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to happen, he says. Yeah, it would have been funny if Link died, but, you know. I bet you can kill enemies with it. It's like a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon. Dropping a piano on somebody. It's kind of the same thing. Look at this ramp we made. That's way longer than it needs to be. Yeah, you could probably slap somebody with this thing. Like an enemy. Kill them without them even knowing it. Whoa! This is ridiculous. This is dumb, man. I'm surprised Nintendo lets you do this. That Nintendo would let you make stuff this large. There's a height limit though. I'm trying to put it here, and it's getting stuck, and I can't go any higher. Shit. I wanted to catapult me off the edge. Dang. Okay, I can't ride it like a flying hoverboard. All right. We're just gonna keep taking it with us until the game won't let us. This thing is so stupid. Alright. Can you kill enemies with it? I think the answer is yes. Because you can kill enemies by, like, dropping boulders on their heads and stuff. Yeah, I'm taking this with me. Alright. How tall can it go? Oh my god. Oh, it flipped over. It was too heavy. It was too heavy. Oh shit. Oh no. It's like a giant seesaw. This is so dumb. I love this. I love this game. How many is it? 3, 4, 5, 7 pieces of wood? Yeah. Okay. Alright, I gotta move on. We actually have to climb up here. Oh, it's stuck. Oh, it's clipping. Oh no. Oh, I think I broke it. Oh, I think I broke the game. Come on. Come on. No. Get out of there. Okay, now if we do this. Oh shit. No, come on. Okay. Okay, whoa. Easy, easy. 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 This is... Okay, hold on. Oh. Alright. I'm just gonna... Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna drop it and we'll hope this doesn't... You know... Oh, shit. Alright. I think I just built like 3 bridges in one. I hope it stays. It probably won't, but it'd be cool if it did. The game is like blinding me right now. This is way too bright. Alright. So what am I to do, huh? Oh, we need more shrines. That's what he said. I have horror, action, horror, English. I'm pretty sure I have the auto tag thing on, so that's whatever Twitch puts for Tears of the Kingdom. Alright, I guess we can take our bridge with us, though. That's pretty nice. Oh no! That's it. Come on. This is... No, there's no way this works, right? No, okay, I thought so. It's not long enough. Oh, no, I dropped it. Come on. Can you make it longer? Oh, I don't know. I don't think we've hit the limit. Just put it here. The lily pads help support its weight. Oh, it floats anyway. What am I talking about? It'll help support our weight, though. We need to get more planks. I don't know if there are any down here. I still don't have a shirt. Just realized. this. We'll carry it around like this. Oh, it's too heavy. It's too heavy. Oh my god. Oh! I want to find an enemy that I can bonk on the head with this. Oh shit. Alright, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. It's getting a little, I don't want to say annoying. It's still kind of funny. But I do want to get moving, and that thing is slowing me down. Maybe I can use it to get up here, though. Take a shortcut. We'll try one more time here. Oh my god. Yeah, well, all we did is we glued them together. On the top of that hill before, there were like 7 or 8 planks, and all we did was we combined them into one long one. So to make it longer, I'd have to find more planks to stick on one of the ends. Spicy pepper. All right, now we're talking. We gotta do some cooking here. Get our cold resistance up. Oh no, I don't want to sit. I want to cook. Spicy pepper steak. 8 hearts, 8 minutes of cold resistance. That sounds wonderful. Can we equip it? No, this is raw stuff. So that's probably for one of our later abilities. The planks were on top of one of the hills. They were just laying around. Alright. So normally we'd be freezing our asses off, especially because we don't have a shirt. But we just ate something that gives us cold resistance because it was super spicy. So for the next 8 minutes, you can't see it because of my webcam. This is going here now. But we've got 8 minutes. Which honestly isn't a lot of time. I mean, it's kind of enough time, maybe. We'll see. This is the second time today I've heard the term melt water. I was playing the Outer Wilds earlier, and there's a place that has like a melt water section. An energy cell. Oh, thanks. I have a AA battery. It looks like a C battery. Or D battery. Whatever the big ones are. Cool. So, I guess we just put the battery in the fan, and then we hit the fan, and we should be good, right? Or maybe it goes in automatically. Yeah, it just applies automatically. Alright. And then what? Do I hit it again to stop it? Yes. And we just keep the battery. Oh, the battery recharges. That's nice. I thought it was a consumable item. So this is probably something we can upgrade, like our stamina and our hearts. We could probably upgrade the battery capacity, if I had to guess. Or maybe that's like a dungeon reward, I don't know. But we got more spicy peppers here. Oh, we should have taken our raft with us. Although I am worried that the waterfall is going to brush it away. Oh, move! 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 Oh no! No! Get on! Get on! Man, I gotta tell you, this is taking longer than I thought. I remember the tutorial in Breath of the Wild being a lot shorter than this. Now, I mean, part of it is me being dumb. But, alright. Okay. We'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it. Maybe we can climb this way? I think I'd rather do this. This is... yeah, this looks like an option. What's that? I don't like how Link looks like this. I mean, I get it. He's supposed to be, like, flushed. But, oh, it's weird. I don't like it. He looks sunburned. No, I don't have an amiibo. Don't bother me. Ooh, a fire. Oh, the peppers got blown off from the blast. I was wondering where they went. I thought maybe the plant got burned. But no. 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright. That one heals less hearts. So the ratio of 3 peppers, 1 steak heals more hearts. But adding the extra pepper gives me an extra 230 in cold resistance. I don't think I can climb this. Yeah, icy vertical surfaces are slick and hard to climb. Others become slick when they're wet. Alright, so what do we do? Because this whole cliff is ice. Well, okay, maybe not the whole cliff. We have to get across. Okay, yeah, alright, this is fine. We just take the bridge and then... You have a Ryu one? What are you talking about? A Ryu what? Also, Cameron, I forgot to ask because the stream, you know, kind of shit itself yesterday. But what does that mean? What is, I meet on the table? Oh, I do have the Ryu amiibo. That's true. I think I have Lucas from, Earthbound. Or Mother, whatever. What is this a reference to? This meat on the table. Ooh, that was cutting it way too close. There's the shrine. Flint! Strike with a metallic weapon to generate a spark. Breaks after one use, but can create a long-lasting flame if you strike it near firewood. Cool. Damn. Thought that would break. Oh, you can pick up food with it, too. That's weird. Yeah, you can run, but you won't get far. You're in my jungle, and I'll make the kill. Is this a song? This is either a song or it's a wrestler thing. I'm not happy with either of these options. Oh, we can push these too. Cool. And then Link can climb, right? Probably. Well, let's get in here before we run out of cold resistance, because that is about to happen. I'm not gonna be able to unsee the Goatsy thing. It's really stupid they did that. Nintendo should have known better. I do like this effect, though. The effect is really cool. See, all they had to do was put eyes, or some kind of sign that there's a face on the front of it. But now it looks like he's stretching his hands from behind, which is the problem. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to watch that clip later. They don't, but they could. Ooh, new ability. Alright. Sweet. This one is cool. I remember liking this one a lot in the little gameplay demonstration. It lets you no-clip through floors and ceilings. And it looks like it can go through anything, too. There's no, like, certain type of material limit or whatever. Do my best Ryback. Oh, I can peek. I can go back down. I didn't know you could do that. Cool. So if I don't like what I've climbed into, I can retreat. That's a stand power. That's Oasis. I think that was the name of the stand. I don't know what Ryback sounds like, man. And this... Huh, hold on a sec. Can we pull or only push? We can only push. Ooh. Made of fireproof materials. How about that? Okay. We don't have any open flames. Oh, we can use arrows though, right? Yes. And then after using the arrows, which we can pick back up, very nice, we can use this on the bridge. Alright, cool, cool. I was just wondering if there was an advantage to using that. It doesn't look like there is, because you can reach this from here, right? Oh no, you can't. There's a limit to how far up you can go. Alright. Or no, I just didn't have it equipped. Oh, there is a limit though. Alright. So I have to take 2 steps here. 1 step here, and then the next up here once it starts moving again. I'll take a Mocha Latte. I'm so tired of this nonsense, Cameron. That's all it is nonsense with you. I do like mocha lattes. They're my favorite. Out of all the things you can get at a coffee shop, that's my go-to. But that's not why you said it. You said it because you're a crazy man. Mocha lattes are good. Everybody well, a lot of people like chocolate. A lot of people like coffee. You know, doing a little half and half there. Not a bad idea. Oh, you do get them free. That's right. From your girlfriend. It's very nice of her. With some espresso? Yeah, I do the same thing. Mocha latte with a shot of espresso. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I'm cold. So let's eat this. Oh, I think his skin is like that from the cold, not the, that makes more sense. Okay. From here, can we see any more shrines? There's gotta be, right? Like, that's the first one we went to. Because the door's already open. That's... I don't know what that is. It's not a shrine. That's a Minecraft enemy. We should start... Yeah, the FBW. The Frank Broadcast Wrestling... Oh, wait, shit. I don't want it to be 4 letters. Frank Broadcast Federation, FBF. There's got to be more than 2 shrines, right? I'm not seeing any others. Oh, my ability! I don't need to build... I don't need to stack those crates anymore. I can just do this. And you know what? I can just do this. After I get this chest. Cold resistant pants. They look comfortable. Still can't believe we don't have a shirt. That probably is my fault though. Yeah, this is a... Somebody watched JoJo Part 5 and they were like, yeah, we can do this. Do we have a Korok here? Are we bringing those guys back? Yep. Okay. Cute little bastard. Oh, he didn't like that. But... What are those? Oh, that's a meme. I didn't mean to do it because it was a meme. I'm just genuinely saying, what the fuck is that? Is that an enemy? That looks like something I can use. I miss my Deku Leaf. Is that the replacement for the Deku Leaf? Hang gliders? I guess we'll find out. Because we still have the battery the guy gave us. You don't like the way he swims up through things? Well, I mean, what else are they going to show you when you're going through, like, a really tall object, you know? He's clipping through it, essentially. Weird that this doesn't work. I have the battery, don't I? I'm confused. I'm also thinking that there are no more shrines. I feel like I looked... I think I did a decent job looking, and I think this is it. That's our glider! Norman! That one is laying here like they belong here. Oh shit. Okay, well. At least there's this. And it's being kept in place by this. Oh god, I'm scared. Okay, but I guess this is just it. I thought there'd be more to it, like I could steer it. Like the Green Goblin glider, exactly. It's cool, though. Yeah, I think that's it for shrines. Which feels kind of weird, because the original opening area had like 4. Whoa. Whoa! Oh. Oh, go to one wing. Damn, I didn't even try that. Did not even try that. Are there any goodies up here? Oh, I wonder if there's a shrine in the back. We just got the ability to go through ceilings, Joe. Wait, what am I doing climbing around when I could just do that? There's a sweet spot. There it is. Oh, okay, you've been listening. Alright. Ooh, look at this place. I really wish I could turn down the brightness. This is stupid, man. I'm sure it's not going to be like this on the surface world. But, come on, Nintendo. How hard is it to put a brightness slider in a video game in 2023? Too difficult, apparently. Yeah, I think it's only the 2. Oh. I would hate to have to climb all the way back, you know, to find another one, but... Oh, I thought I was dead. I thought I was gonna hit the pavement for sure. Can you lift up lily pads? Oh, I don't need to, because I can just go through the bridge. Shit, this is really useful. And, you know, it makes sense that you can only do ceilings and not floors. Because, I mean, you can always go up. There's always going to be sky, but if they let you go through floors, I can totally see how that would break stuff. Let's get the glider back. Can I grab it, or what? I can't grab it. Oh, I can. Just wasn't at the right angle, I guess. Now, if I have the wing sitting over the side, can I use ascend through the wing? That's a Dragon Ball Z noise, I just realized. It's totally gonna slide off as soon as I do this. Oh, maybe not. Alright, is this enough? Can we do this? We can! I didn't think I would be able to go through that. Alright, cool. Very, very flexible in how you get around here. And they stole this thing from, God, what is that called? Yes, okay, I think I... This thing. The Tree of Life. Kabbalah. Yeah, okay. This thing is, this is what it reminds me of. I don't know if anybody else thought of this, but... That's what it reminds me of. Like the thing in Full Metal Alchemist and in the Evangelion, intro. What if I just left that there for the rest of the stream? Come on. I already visited shrines, man. How many more are there? Come on, man. I went over here. I found the shrine. Maybe we can use Ascend to, oh, you know what? That's something I didn't even consider. Big spiritual guy? I don't know. Who's to say, really? Too tall. Can't get up there. I wish it would show me where the cutoff is. You, I think. Yeah, that's true. Wonderful. I don't think Link should lose stamina by swimming normally. Maybe that's just me bitching because I died twice that way. You want more guitars? You have enough, man. You've only got one goddamn room. And you've got like 1 billion guitars and basses. Get me some? What? Yeah, let me go to 7-Eleven and pick you up a guitar. Get out of here. I'm sure Ben will let you put them in every room of the house. Just so, you know, just hold out until then and it'll all work out. Is this not a shrine that I went to? Pretty sure this is the one. Yeah, I went to that one. Is there one beyond here? Hidden in the fog, maybe? I'm thinking we have to use our new ability, right? That makes sense to me. He'll have to accept one in the living room in case I need to rock. There you go. Okay, so this spot for sure. Ooh, this is higher than I thought it would go. I don't know, man. Where the hell does the game expect me to go? What if I just jumped off? Like, jumped off. Would I automatically die, or could I just, you know... I don't know. What is this? Is that water? I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. Yeah, it's water. Oh, there is a shrine right here. Oh! Does the fog disappear when you look at it? That can't be how it works, right? Oh my god. It totally is. The fog disappears after you look at it long enough. Maybe? I mean, that one looks like it's moving, but the other one's just straight up disappeared. It must have been a coincidence. Alright. Well... You ever remember NPC dialogue and laugh to yourself all the time? No! Whoa! Oh, that was close. That was very close. So these just float. Arkham City, go to hell. Whenever I think about those games, I always think of, it's the freaking bat! One of my favorites is, in New Vegas, there's an NPC line where they just, if you stare at them, they'll go, "You eyeballing me? You eyeballing me? You eyeballing me?" Alright, it's happened 3 times now where I've looked through an area with my scope and the fog disappeared. So I guess the game wants me to do that, but it didn't want to tell me explicitly. I'm staring at the air right now, and I can see that some of it cleared up. I don't know, man. It feels strange. Feels like maybe I'm imagining things, but maybe I'm not. Oh, shit. Oh, I forgot this thing just floats. What clouds? There were like clouds or fog or something earlier in this spot, and then when I looked through my telescope, it cleared from the map. Or not like the map, but like my vision. I want to catch some of these lightning bugs. Fireflies. Come on! Yes. Alright. Cool. Shut up. Don't stop with the gaslighting, alright? I know there's fog. I know there's clouds. I'm looking at them. Alright, this is our final test. Alright? This area right here. It's got a nice foggy cloud over it. I look through the scope. Stay looking at it. And still kind of there. Alright, maybe I am imagining things. Fuck it. Not the things that you're insisting I've imagined, but things regardless. Irregardless, as Polly would say. What the hell are you doing? Little tree man? Your bag's a little big. Yeah, I know what you are. I rescued like 1,000 of you. Don't worry, Pops. We'll get you to your room. I think I might have permanent... This is, I mean, you know, I think historically I've been a bit of a hypochondriac, but I think I have permanent brain damage. And I think it's come from a variety of sources. One of the biggest is I've been chronically sleep deprived since, I don't know, middle school. I don't really get enough sleep. So that doesn't help, obviously. And I'm, you know, fatter than ever. It sounds like something you'd hear in like a movie title. He's back and he's fatter than ever. But I think I have sleep apnea, which cuts off oxygen to your brain when you sleep. I think I'm getting more brain damage from that as well as the lack of sleep. Because when I do get sleep, it's not quality sleep anymore. There's a bunch of other reasons. Like the fact that I haven't voluntarily read a fucking book. Well, I've been reading the same one book for like over a year at this point, and I'm still not done with it. Oh, hey Carlos. I'm just talking about how I think I have brain damage. I think it's over for me. Yeah, I do need to get it checked out. My dad's got sleep apnea. He's also overweight, but he's got a CPAP machine. I don't know. I don't like dealing with doctors and stuff, hospitals. Like, I probably should have gone to the hospital after my car accident, and I chose not to. Do I regret it? I still think I walked away okay from that miraculously, but couldn't have hurt. No, I mean, I know that I wake up a lot in the middle of the night, and I know that's a thing with sleep apnea, and I know I have like this hazy brain fog sometimes, and I know I'm sleep deprived a lot, and not all of that's because I'm like choosing to stay up late. It's just that I can't sleep. I got a bunch of problems, and I think most of them just stem from weight issues, and I've known that. I mean, for years, and I've been overweight practically my whole life, and I've never really... I mean, there have been times where I've tried to make changes, and they've succeeded, but then I always fall back into old habits. And I think I weigh now more than I ever have, which is not good. And my goal is... I mean, I have a wedding that I have a wedding I'm going to this month. And I have a wedding that I'm going to in October. And for the one this month, it's too late. It's too late to save things. But I'm going to be the best man at my my best friend's wedding in October. And I'd like to be in better shape. I'd like to not be fat. And that's about, I was going to say 6 months, but not really. 5 months away. So that's my deadline, and I'd like to lose, I don't know, enough to fit into a suit and not feel self-conscious. But so I think I have brain... You think you have brain damage? Seriously? I mean, yeah. Probably. I don't know. I feel like an idiot all the time. And I feel like I forget stuff a lot, and that might be an ADHD thing, as I've been doing research, but also I think I'm stuck in this thing. I don't know, man. I'm just... Whoa! Can I push it? Is that what I gotta do here? Yes. Frank, you can't set deadlines, they're arbitrary. I know you're in the October wedding. Yeah. Well, I mean, no, deadlines are good, but I've set so many deadlines when it comes to losing weight and missed them that I feel like they've kind of lost their power, which is shitty. Because at one point it was a good motivator. Like, I did a weight loss challenge at the beginning of 2022, and during that challenge I lost like over 15 pounds within the month of January alone, and then I fell off around March. But for those first 2 months it really helped. The challenge was like 3 months. It was like January to March, or January to April or something. It was like a weight loss challenge where I was competing with other people to lose some pounds. Sometimes they help, but why not try again? No, you're right. I can't give up. I gotta make these changes now, and even now I'm just talking. You know, I'm not making them. This thing's heavy. I think choo-choos are my favorite enemy from Zelda. I love these little jelly bastards. I gotta make these changes now. I gotta get my shit together. I feel like these last 6 months, ever since I got back from the UK, I've just been in a daze. I've been working, but I'm only working just enough to stay afloat. Haven't really lost any weight. Haven't really gained any weight either. I mean, my weight's been pretty much the same since I got back, which is not good, because when I got back, again, it's the most I've ever weighed. But at least it hasn't gotten worse in the past 6 months. But I haven't been exercising. I've been a fucking couch potato. I don't feel good about myself. You know. I'm not, I mean, I don't hate conversations like this, but I don't, you know, I don't want to be a fucking downer. I don't want everybody to be like, Frank's like, oh, woe is me. I know a lot of people have it worse, and I know I bring up shit like this a lot, so I'm sure people are sick of hearing it. Yeah, man. Gotta turn things around. I gotta find more work. Consistent work. That's the thing, is the consistency. Because I lost a big part of that at the beginning of this year. Through no fault of my own, as far as I'm aware. Oh, I'm supposed to make a boat. I was wondering what the wind was about. Jesus, I'm stupid. Alright. Well, thank you. Can any of these... This can cut down a tree. Alright, good. Very nice. It's even still got the leaves on the end. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, the game does not like this. Nightly walks? That sounds good, man. I gotta start walking my dog, too. It's a good excuse to get out of the house, and he could lose a few pounds, too. And he's getting old. It'd be nice to make his last days better. I mean, that's very dark. I'm not saying he's dying anytime soon, but he's like 9 years old. He's pretty fat. He used to not be fat. Anyway. Yeah. I was about to say something out loud that I promised I wouldn't say those kind of thoughts out loud anymore. But yeah, October, man, that's it. That's the deadline. That's... If I can lose 50 pounds, 10 pounds a month, 10 pounds a month, I think theoretically is doable. I think I could do that. But that would also mean 10 counting this month, so maybe not. But, you know, I can get as close as I can. Right now I'm 315. I've been fluctuating around 315 since late December, early January. And before the pandemic, I was like I want to say 265. So I gained 50 pounds during COVID. During high school, I was 235 or 225. So yeah, I gained 40 pounds from high school to the end of college, and then another 50. I've gained 90 pounds in the span of 5 years. That sounds really bad when I put it that way. Yeah. I know, I have the power, I just have to stick with it. And not give up and push through the low points. Otherwise shit's never gonna get better. This is one I've been waiting for. This lets you combine items with your weapons and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. That's far. I can't walk there. What are you, crazy? Nightly Walk is like somewhere around the neighborhood, not Fort Street. Get out of here. Rusty Claymore. Alright, which weapon am I throwing against the wall as hard as I can? One of the many wooden sticks. Oh shit, I didn't know you could do this. I thought you could only combine it with stuff, like food stuff. Whoa. Yeah, this eliminates the weapon durability problem forever. Your base is done? You had one custom made? And the fact I can put this giant thing in my inventory, that's crazy. Oh, I see what they want me to do. Fire fruit. Generates heat when struck. Or wait. No, that wasn't what I wanted. There we go. Sick. What am I doing with this? Oh. Man, it took 5 months to get it back? That's crazy. Maybe they're backed up. I don't know. Every place is backed up these days. Keys? Oh, shit. I don't remember there being keys in Breath of the Wild. Because dungeons kind of weren't a thing. Although I could totally be misremembering. Breath of the Wild was like... It's pretty funny, actually. It was pretty much all I did. Like... Because, you know, COVID hit during spring break. At school. And so I had gotten Breath of the Wild, and I got a 12-pack of Canada Dry, and I was like, this is it, man. This is my spring break. And I just played Breath of the Wild for a week straight, and then I'm like, alright, show's over, time to go back to class. And then, oh hey, the world is locking down, so I had more time, and I just played Breath of the Wild non-stop for like a few weeks. And then after that, I never touched it again. It was a blur. I burned through that game, not quickly, but I mean like, it was just one flash of my life where it was all Breath of the Wild and then never again. I've been stuck in a temple for about an hour with zero progress. I feel like an idiot. Dude, don't worry about it. Alright, I probably will do way worse than you. I am so bad with puzzles. Jerry recommended that game, The Outer Wilds, and I've been playing that the past few days, and it has made me feel so stupid. Yeah, I've been talking about this for like fucking 6 months, but I really want to do some fitness streams with Ring Fit Adventure. Which is a game that I played once in January, I want to say, and it kicked my fucking ass. It was a real wake-up call, but not really, because I haven't played it since, about how out of shape I am. Oh, spikes! Why didn't I think of that? Oh! I see. Hold on. Long stick plus spike. And fused items are detachable in your inventory as well. Did I enjoy it? It was fun, yeah. Let's go to the batting cages. Batting cages kind of scare me. I don't think I've ever been, but I don't really have too many positive memories associated with baseball. I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot. I am. If you want to go to the batting cages, I'll go to the batting cages. So, if I wanted to detach it, I'd have to go in here and then destroy fused material. Okay, so I can't just take it apart. I have to destroy whatever I stuck on the end of it. That's fine. It's totally understandable. It is fun in Yakuza to go to the batting cages, so yeah. Yeah, don't feel stupid, Joe. I mean, I haven't gotten there yet, whatever the puzzle is, but believe me, I'm sure I will struggle just as much. Yeah. I mean, and I want to work out every day, because Ring Fit is cardio, and I want to do cardio every day, and then lifting however many days a week. So, you know, that's a daily stream if I wanted to stream it every day. Who says I have to? You know. But it's a good way to try and keep myself accountable. Oh, I know cardio is good for losing weight, and I like cardio. I think I like lifting weights more, but cardio feels really good when you're done. It's just getting myself back into the swing of things. Getting the momentum back, because exercise only gets easier the more you do it. And when you haven't done it for like 2 years plus, you know. I think the last time I like really worked out is when I worked out when Michael was still living here. Cameron. Because my friend Michael, for those who don't know, and why would you? He would come over because he lived like a couple blocks away, and we would lift weights in my basement. And we would do that like more than a couple times a week. It was like 3 days a week minimum. We'd be lifting weights, and it was great. I haven't done shit since he moved. That was the last time I touched like any of that stuff. Like I probably worked out down there like an odd couple of times, like maybe 10 or less times since he moved. Ben has some weights. Well, here's the thing. I've got a whole setup. I've practically got an entire complete like lifting setup, because during lockdown I didn't want to go to the gyms anymore because people at gyms are normally gross. I mean, like, inconsiderate, you know, they don't wipe shit down sometimes, and I don't know. I wanted to I had justified it to myself to purchase a bunch of equipment for weightlifting, and I did, and I've essentially built my own strength training mini gym in the basement. But I did lift weights on stream one time. That was me being lol so random. I could do it now. I got some weights here. Yeah, I mean, if you guys came over in the morning or at night or whatever, we could all three of us could lift weights together. You know, it's not going to be a long drive from where Ben lives, which is where you'll be living. You guys drive over and, yeah. So I got that last shrine just now. We've got 4 more powers to discover, which is kind of crazy. I really like these spears. I appreciate the range because it means I don't have to get next to these guys, because they can't really hurt me from that far away. Now, is there another shrine? I mean, I feel like the game is going to want me to fill this entire wheel of stuff. But there's no way there's 4 more shrines, you know? We've... I feel like we've been looking everywhere, and it's just... You can climb through my window? You can try. I'm on the 2nd floor. Yeah, I don't know. We'll give it a shot. Maybe 3 is enough. Who knows? They didn't give us a clear indication on how many we needed to progress. The wind is blowing this way, so I'm kind of wondering how we're supposed to make it back. I don't think we have enough stamina to swim this distance. I guess we could make a raft. And then... let's see. I guess we could put together a raft and maybe 2 rafts. One to stand on and one to move, and we can pivot. If that makes any sense. But I think the wind is going to blow these logs backwards, so... You can bring the sacks to the... Oh man, that is... I totally misread that at first. Well, when you say ED, the first thing that comes to my mind is erectile dysfunction. And I thought instead of sax, you said sex. So I thought you said you can bring the sex to the ED session. I don't know if I want to play music again, which is a really sad thing to say out loud. But I haven't touched my saxophone in 18 months or more, and yeah, I definitely don't feel secure enough as a musician to be playing in a band where other people are gonna have to depend on me to actually sound good and shit, you know, because you guys are actually performing for people and you guys are making albums and... Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Yep, I play sax. I still know how to play. Like, I know the keys and everything, but even when I was playing in school, I you know, it was never like my passion. It was just something I liked. It was a hobby. I never learned all my scales. You know, I played in the jazz band because I liked jazz music, but I hated soloing, improvising stuff on the spot. I was super nervous all the time and always, what's the term? Fumbled? I fumbled. Always fumbled. Yeah. Yeah, performance anxiety. Absolutely. And I would argue I don't really have that as much as an adult as I did, you know, as a teenager, but I still have it. I feel much more comfortable speaking in front of people, but playing music, I don't know. I'm flattered you would think of me. And when I was at your show, you know, the one at the bowling alley, Dakota came up to me and he asked, like, hey, you still play? And I know Cameron, you in particular, had mentioned Dakota bringing up me playing sax. And damn, man, I'm just not... I'm flattered. That's a really nice thought. But I don't know. It's just, if it's just a jam, you don't need to take it seriously as long as you remember major and minor scales. I don't remember. I think I remember one of the jazz scales. And that's it, man. My favorite part was just, it was basically like Guitar Hero for me. Like, I would just look at the I look at the song and I'd play the song and I'd have fun playing the song and getting as many notes correct as possible. You know, just nailing the written piece. I wasn't too concerned about making stuff up on the fly or memorizing 20 different scales, because I never have to memorize 20 different scales if I just read the piece and I know when the key changes are, you know? So it was like, never, I don't know, I never understood why that mattered so much when all you're doing is playing written music. But, yeah. Oh yeah, no, I played for a good while. I played since I was in, like, 5th grade? Yeah, 5th grade, I think. 4th or 5th. I want to say 5th. Oh, frame rate. And I played all the way up until my first year of college. And then once I got to sophomore year in college, year 2, I don't know. Because I did play for the school my first year. I was part of the marching band. But the marching band, you know, part of the allure of joining the school marching band was it paid, you know? But then I found out what the pay was, and the pay was dog shit. It was like $300 for the entire semester's performances, which, if you've ever even worked a part-time job for a week, you know is nothing. And for the amount of work you'd have to put in for what's essentially a sport with practice every week and performances and shit, it was just... no. That's a weekend at Hungry Howie's. Exactly. Exactly. I used to hate talking in front of people, but I don't anymore. I mean, I basically wanted... I can't say that word on Twitch. I basically wanted to... I didn't like myself at all in high school. And I kind of just wanted to not exist. And you can interpret that how you will. Pretty much every day, when I wasn't, you know, with friends and I was around anyone else, I kind of felt like, you know, how can I make this happen? And those were my thoughts. College, not so much. I felt pretty good about myself in college. I think I don't miss high school at all, but I do miss seeing... I miss college a little bit since it's ended. More than a little bit. I fucking loved it. It was nice. People in your classes, mostly, gave a shit, you know? As opposed to not giving a shit. And, you know, it was more flexible. And I just felt better about myself. I don't know. It's nice not having to see the same fucking 100 people that have been making your life miserable for 10 years. So, that helps. Alright, I'm guessing we used the fan that we just crafted to resist the wind? Yes. But I'm worried about it breaking. Part of me is wondering if this is what we're even supposed to be doing at all here. But hey, it worked. Oh, mostly. It worked long enough. Yeah, now you only interact with about a dozen people that make your life a living hell. Yeah, exactly. But the difference is I get to pick that dozen. I love you too, buddy. Yeah, that is a Dragon Ball noise. That is instant transmission. Have I gone toward the yellow dot? The yellow dot is the locked door that I'm not able to get through yet. Because they say I need enough power to from the shrines or whatever. Did that enemy just run away? I think it jumped off and killed itself. It's funny how I can say that when I'm talking about a Zelda enemy. Alright, how do I get this open? Do I need to kill all the enemies in the area? Oh, there's one left. It's up there. Damn, I'm good. Pretty looking chest. Man, I hope the tutorial's over soon, because I would like to go to bed. It's like 1 o'clock. Fucking tired. I took a pretty long nap in the middle of the day. From like 2 to 5. I didn't mean to sleep that long, but I did. Although, I think that had more to do with making up for lost sleep last night than getting ahead for tonight. Like it wasn't just a nap for the sake of it. I wonder, can I move this? Hello? I can't move it while I'm on it. Like if I'm on one of these, I can't move another one. Interesting how they've designed it that way. Yeah, you, dude. More than anyone else I know. I mean, I used to know somebody who had worse sleeping habits than you, but you currently are the person that I think I know that has the worst sleeping habits. You, dude, stay up all night. And I always forget when we talk, because you're always up when we're up, but you're like 5 hours ahead. So when I think I'm up late, and then I remember, oh my god, Carlos is... the man has not slept. You know, it's just... No, not you, Cameron. He's in the UK. So for him, it's 6 in the morning. No, you do not have the worst sleeping habits. He does. And there's a friend of ours, well, used to be a friend of ours. Cameron knows who I'm talking about. He has some pretty bad sleeping habits too. But okay, I gotta get back. How do I get back? I know one of the abilities is a recall ability, and that would be cool because we could recall our raft backwards on the hook. I don't think he does anymore. Well, I guess he has other priorities these days, huh? He's got to take care of himself a little bit better. Okay, I thought he would give me a useful hint and not just fluff. But, you know, it's nice hearing him reminisce, I guess. Well, good for him. And I mean that. I really do wish him the best. Just, you know, at the time, I just couldn't keep somebody who was, I don't know, living life that way around. But, you know, I really do wish him the best, and, especially with that new development in his life. Which, I don't think I was ever explicitly told, I just pieced it together from like, context clues. Alright, so how the hell... Can we get back? Is there a fast travel? No. There is no fast travel. Not yet. I think Breath of the Wild had fast travel, and I bet this game will too, but I think that was something that happened after a certain point. And I gotta be honest, Cameron, I kind of wish I was in that place. Like, I don't know if him having a kid, I'm just gonna say it. I mean, anybody who knows who I'm talking about probably already knows who I'm talking about. But, like, recently I've been thinking about how nice that would be. I mean, I'm in no fucking shape to have a child with somebody, but I would like to eventually. I used to be on the fence about it. I used to think like, I still in my, I'm still kind of on the fence, but part of me feels like, yeah, maybe I do. And that will never happen unless I get my shit together, because I will never find a partner, at least one that I wouldn't feel like I'm settling for with the shape I'm in now. It's something I used to say no to, and I've in my Google Keep notes, I have a whole pros and cons sheet. There's lots of pros and there's lots of cons. I think ultimately it's a selfish choice But, I mean, like... Whatever, man. It's biologically, it's what we're here to do. And, you know, you kind of have to. A certain number of the population has to, for things to keep going. Well, that's what I'm saying, is I'm saying having kids is the selfish choice. They're both selfish in different ways. I mean, because you're having a kid because you want a kid, because you want to experience what that's like and stuff. And same way that not having one, you know, it's like you would rather keep your disposable income, and you would rather keep your time and you know, your health, in the mother's case, because holy shit, just having a kid take a toll on some people. But, and I'm getting so distracted. But at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, one of the big things on my cons list is I don't really like the direction the world is heading in. And I don't mean like, you know, some superficial, fake, made-up bullshit like cancel culture. I mean like, you know, the environment is a mess. And it is only getting worse with every passing generation because the rich keep perpetuating the idea that there's no problem and that we're always going to have enough time. But there will be a point where we will all realize that that time has passed. You know, I don't want to be like an alarmist, and I don't want to be a pessimist. I don't want there to be catastrophe, but thinking about it like that, do I really want to bring somebody into this world if the world's not going to be a better place for them than it was for me? I don't know. Then there's also fear of, like birth defects or something that could go wrong there. And, you know, am I ready to, if need be, take care of that and be responsible for them 24/7 for the rest of their lives? For the rest of my life? That's a big commitment. And I have a lot of respect for parents who've had to make that decision. Or, well, not make that decision, live with those circumstances. So that's another one. Another one is, you know, does my partner want kids? And I think a lot of people would say, you know, well, you know, why would you be with a partner who doesn't want kids? But I think finding a partner that feels right for you takes precedent over kids. To me, kids feels more like, I don't want to say an afterthought, but more of a bonus. It's like, I'd like to have them, but if the person that I found feels like the person that's perfect for me, except for that one thing, that they don't want kids, I can live with that. So, if they don't want them, that's another con. There's more. I'm not going to pull up my list, but there's like, I don't know, like 5 to 8 points on each side. I really gave it some serious thought. And then after, I remembered, well, none of that shit matters because I'm fat. I'm gonna hold my tongue. But I got a lot of reasons to believe that there are other things to be considering before that list. I stopped myself. Alright? I'm just saying that's never even going to be a possibility until I fix other things. If I fix other things. I'm going to have to. Fuck, man. This better be enough. I just want to get through this temple, man. And I hope this isn't a whole ass dungeon. Could be, but I don't know. I have slapped you for similar behavior. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have done that. It was coming from a loving place, and it was like a joke, and I knew that you would be, well, I knew you wouldn't hit me back, and I knew you would see that I was slapping you from a place of love. Unlike, say, a pimp slap or something, which is No, yeah, actually, it's much like a pimp slap. You know, I was trying to smack some sense into you. But I don't know if I would appreciate being slapped, so I'm sorry for slapping you. I think I've already apologized for that before. Fucking finally, dude. The world's loudest rumble happens every single time I put the controller down. That's when the game decides it needs to rumble. But yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of shit to consider. I think it is something I'd like eventually, but it's like I have to be in the right circumstances first before that I can consider that. And even when I feel like I'm secure and comfortable enough to make that choice, there's external factors like the way society's been going for the past 150 years that I don't really know if I like. But at the same time, you know, change can't happen without people to make the change. But not going to be raising the next Ted Kaczynski. I'll tell you that. Though he kind of had the right idea. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she did. But just like I told you before, I'm not dating anybody until I get my shit together. Like I know you know, you were going to set me up with someone, but it's like I don't see the point when I'm not in a place where I feel like I'm at my best. I can't put my best foot forward. Oh my god. Is she gonna be living in my arm? Are they really... Are they pulling a Bionic Commando? No. 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 Oh. I wish it wasn't 1 in the morning and that my parents weren't sleeping right next door, because I would be screaming with laughter right now. Holy fucking shit. My dead girlfriend is my arm. No. That's fucking crazy. Ah, man, that would be the fucking craziest. I was just talking with somebody about how I think that is like the dumbest twist in video game history, is the twist from Bionic Commando, where they reveal that... Oh, this is weird. Where they reveal that your cybernetic arm has actually been your dead wife the entire time. This is the end of the game? Oh, not even close, buddy. We're in the fucking prologue. This has all been tutorial. Like, to put it in perspective, Carlos, this is where we've been running around, this huge area. This is the map, buddy. This is the map. And this has been our playground for the last 3 hours. And, from what I understand, they've got layers. I mean, this is the overworld map, but then there's all the other sky islands. And, I believe there's an underground layer that I've heard about, too, so... We're looking at a lot of game to cover. I don't know if I'm going to play the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to try and make this a full playthrough. I just wanted to play it tonight because it was relevant, and I wanted to play it, and circumstances allowed me to play it on day one without having to pay for it, which is cool. Arkham Knight is not a worse twist than my dead wife is my arm. And same with David Cage. Man, I love Arkham Knight's story. I feel bad that you can't get into it the same way I did. Okay, we just unlocked fast travel. There's one more shrine left. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, okay. So we'll do the last shrine, which will give us a heart container. And then we'll open this door, and then we're probably going to call it a night. Because, boy howdy. This is one involved tutorial. I still hold a grudge for the straight up lies. Yeah. I get it. But it's like, you know, I can see it from their perspective. They worked really hard on making this character and this mystery, and people guessed it early. The alternative is telling the truth and deflating the hype and the story months before the game comes out. You know? It's like, I don't really blame them for lying about that. No, I'm Zelda. Dude, have you never played a Zelda game before? I'm Zelda. Like, come on. Is that how most Zelda games go? You rescue the princess at the end? Yeah. Princess Link. How do I get up there? Oh, ascend. Ascend. Wait, what is this? Oh. Kind of weird they put a map shortcut there. When I can get to the map with the select button, but whatever. Yeah, she's just called the princess. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I can only rewind one thing at a time. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, but I mean, like, Cameron, if they revealed who the Arkham Knight was in response to that, it's like, wouldn't that have been a bummer? It also probably would have hurt their sales to have the story, the major story twist spoiled. You know? So I don't blame them in the slightest for lying. What else could they have done? They couldn't have changed the entire story last minute. I agree that Jason is not set up well, because he's mentioned once in the entire Arkham series before that point, and that's in a challenge map when Joker is talking over the PA. But, you know, I don't know. I like what they tried. I know it's not your only problem. I know you don't like Joker either. Energy wells. What the hell's an energy well? Oh. Oh, I thought Scarecrow was great. I mean, he won, basically. Deathstroke, I understand why people are mad about Deathstroke. And I'm not going to defend it. That should have been a hand-to-hand fight, for sure. But I thought Scarecrow was well done. I thought the person in your head was well done. Okay, so these are underground. I don't have any to trade, but... I mean, he looks pretty similar. You know, half orange, half black. Military guy. Swords, guns, mask. Deathstroke is Deathstroke, yeah. Alright. Man, the powers are just like JoJo abilities. Like, this is just, fucking Time Stop. Sort of. I guess Time Stop really was in the second game, or the first game. This is more like... I mean, there's definitely a stand like this, right? A stand that... Oh, Crazy Diamond! Duh. Puts things back together. So this is kind of like Crazy Diamond. Combined with Time Stop. With the world, I mean. Compared to other heroes, Deathstroke looks more reasonable with how he dresses compared to other heroes. Well, he's not a hero for starters. He's a mercenary. He's a bad guy. He's also a pedophile. If you read comic books. Yep. A grown man who wears a bat mask and a cape and talks in a dumb voice. Well, he doesn't always talk in a dumb voice. That's kind of a thing that some of the movies invented. Because they're like, well, wouldn't people recognize what who he sounds like? And as for the mask and the cape, you know, they point that out in the books and in the movies. They're like, yeah, you know, you say you're locking up these crazy criminals, but like, you dress up as a fucking bat person and you assault these people, you know? Like, you could be doing so much more with your wealth, and instead you go out at night and you beat up bad guys dressed like a bat person. So they definitely call that out. It's not like they act like what he does is normal. I'm just, in all fairness, you know. And I'm sure Thomas would say it if I wasn't saying it. Because Batman's like his Jesus Christ. I don't care for Batman as much as he does, but I will say, like, they never pretend that what he does is healthy. You know? So. Oh, this is weird. I believe James Gunn has said that the trunks are happening. I think somebody asked him on Twitter, do you prefer trunks or no trunks on Superman? And he said, I like the trunks. So he's definitely not going to murder anybody. I think we're in good hands. Well, the reason Batman dresses up the way he does is because it scares the shit out of people. Which is fair. If you're a criminal and you're in an alley late at night and you're paranoid about the cops and shit, and then you see a half-man, half-bat hybrid, like, silhouette staring at you, brooding over the fucking rooftops, you know? I would be scared shitless. Like, that's the reason in the books, is it's an intimidation thing. Because when he's hiding at night and scaring the shit out of people, he's creating this, like, myth, an urban legend. I mean, yeah, he's wearing spandex, but whatever, you know? That's superheroes. Superman being nice in a movie would be cool. Yeah, it would. I mean, everything James Gunn has said about the movie is that, like, yeah, Superman's gonna be a nice, compassionate person who helps people and doesn't snap necks. I hope Peacemaker isn't Superman. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I would never say no to more Peacemaker. No one is afraid of goblins? I don't know, dude. If I saw the Green Goblin, I would be scared. I would be scared of the Green Goblin. Also, I just watched a video recently. Yeah, this is not more convenient than just hitting select. I watched a video recently on, Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin is a mess, man. In the comics, he's a mess. Like, they were, like, toying with revealing his identity for, like, several years, and then they changed who it was, like, 4 times. And it was all because, like, the next editor wanted to screw the previous guy over. It's so stupid. It was a really interesting video. Goblins in general? No, but Norman Osborn, yes. I know for sure I was scared shitless of him as a kid. In Spider-Man? He's scary, dude. He's very scary. Apparently Peacemaker is going to be in Mortal Kombat 12. I hate to correct you there, buddy, but I think you're talking about MK1. If Peacemaker's in it, that would be weird. He's not particularly known for, like, being gory and doing, like, brutal executions. I guess there's that one scene in the Suicide Squad where him and Bloodsport are competing. But that's played more for gags. He'd be a weird character to add. I mean, popularity-wise, I get it. But, like, I don't think that's real. I don't think that's gonna happen. Mortal Kombat is the worst. It is really, really dumb. Like, I know you like it, and that's fine, but it's silly. It's very silly. And that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the story mode. He's not saying it's a bad fighting game. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Come on, guys. Come on. Listen, I mean, Peacemaker is, I think, a dumb idea for a guest character, because 1, I don't think he fits in Mortal Kombat's world, and 2, he would make way more sense as a character in Injustice 3. I also felt that way about Spawn. I don't think Spawn should have been in MK12. He should have been in Injustice 2, because guess what? Spawn's a comic book character. And all the other guest characters in Injustice 2 are comic book characters from other companies, just like Spawn is. Oh, fuck you to me? Oh, well, no, hey, listen. It's true. Mortal Kombat's silly. It's stupid. We've had this discussion before, but you rag on superheroes. But it's like, Mortal Kombat's just as ridiculous as superhero stories. I know you're joking. I'm joking too. Just messing around. Also, yeah, Steve Howe, absolutely. Also, I think, man, I really hope it's not a remake of Mortal Kombat 1. That's such a dumb idea. And I know the excuse that... I'm not saying that you made an excuse, but the reasoning that I'm seeing online is, well, MK11's ending sets it up to reset the timeline. And my answer to that is, they didn't have to make MK11 that way. Right? MK9 already did the reboot of MK1. And then from there, they went in a different direction with MK10. And then, one game later, they decide, let's wrap it up by having a reboot again. That's a bad idea. I mean, 2 reboots in 12 years? What are they, fucking Spider-Man? Come on. Mortal Kombat characters are dumb in the way that they look and are named. I don't take that back. Doesn't mean superheroes aren't also dumb. Both are dumb. I'm just saying, you know, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Yeah, MK9 is fantastic, and I liked MK10. But I haven't played 11 yet. I do know how it ends, with like Liu Kang becoming a time god or whatever, and resetting shit. And I'm just saying, they didn't have to do that. They could have totally wrote the third game to not be that. They've written themselves into the same corner that they did 10 years ago, where now they have to reboot the story. It's dumb. I don't like it.
Though our time together has been brief, I am so
Like, I know I'm not like the biggest Mortal Kombat fan in the world, but I do hate when like a story writes itself into a corner, or when they feel scared of taking risks, so they have to go back to square one over and over and over and over. And I hate it. I hate reboots unless they're done well. But even then,
now it is up to you.
it's unnecessary. They already did a reboot, and they did it well. Why do they have to do another one? Even if it's good, it's still twice in 10 years. Like, I'm sure MK1 or MK12, whatever they're going to call it, I'm sure it's going to be a great fighting game. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun, really well polished. You know, people are going to like it. I'm sure. But it's just like, why should I give a shit about the story? Because it's the same as 2 games ago. Or 3 games ago. And let's say they take it in a totally different direction. How do we know they aren't just going to backtrack again 2 games later? Maybe somebody kills Liu Kang the Time God, and then they become the Time God, and then they just reset things again, and 1 game later. Like MK10. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just wish they would have stuck with the continuity they created. You know, have a backbone. Yeah, it's not confirmed, but I mean, like, it's all but confirmed. Yeah, technically it's not confirmed, but they posted a teaser that they're skipping 12 on a clock to go to 1, and then we all know, everybody in the chat now knows here, that MK11 ends with a reset, right? It ends with Liu Kang as, like, in charge of all of time, and he makes the choice to reset shit. So it's like, no, technically they haven't said it's a reboot, but what else could it be? Unless MK11's ending was just an entire, like, fake out, you know, a red herring. I don't know. I'd respect them more if they did that, but they won't. I'm not saying the story's been dog shit. I'm saying the story's silly. And I think pretty much every fighting game has a silly story. But I liked MK10. I thought it was refreshing to have all these new characters and a new story. And MK9 was refreshing because, yeah, they went back and they're doing the old stuff, but they're doing it with new stuff at the same time, and it's like an alternate future, and, you know, another timeline, another universe, basically. And I don't know, man, I just, after 2 games of new stuff, to have to reset the clock, I just think it's a cop-out. I think they're scared. There's a bad ending where Shang Tsung wins. Yeah, that'd be great. I love Shang Tsung. Do it. Do it. That'd be more interesting. That'd be fun. That'd be much better. Do it. No, I didn't know the Liu Kang ending wasn't the only one. I thought that was the only ending. But, either way, I just don't want a repeat of the same thing we've already seen, you know? You know? I don't know. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 looks good. I know Ben's excited about Tekken 8, which comes out this year. I don't give a shit about Tekken. I never have. I don't really like it. Like, I like watching it, but I don't like playing it. Oh, is this gonna fix the sword? No. Maybe it'll fix part of it. What the hell? That's okay. I'm not too worried about spoilers for MK11. Where is she? I see like palm trees in the background, so I think I actually do know what general area she's at. She just took the Master Sword. Oh shit. Boss fight? Can I ride the dragon? That would be so sick. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but I've known the ending to MK11 for... the Liu Kang ending for
Link,
a couple years at least.
you must find me.
Like when they announced Aftermath, I think that's when I found out or knew already. Or not... after Aftermath, god damn it. I don't know, I was trying to look up clips of RoboCop in MK11, and then I found a clip that was just like the ending, and then I watched it. Because I didn't really care. Liu Kang is such a schmuck. He's white bread. He's not who I would consider the most interesting. He's very much like the Leonardo of the TMNT in that sense, you know. Alright, well, I mean, I'm going to jump down to the surface, and then I think from there we're going to call it a night. Let's see if we can cross over to this lake. Oh, there's a shrine over there. I can mark stuff from the sky. That's great. You know what? I agree. I think MK11 would be the best fighting game of all time if the ending had RoboCop become the Time Lord. Alright, well, I think this was a good stream when it worked. when it didn't, you know, get disconnected and split up into 5 chunks on Twitch. But for people watching the archive, and you know, for everybody who came back after the dropouts, I think this is a pretty good stream. This game's good. It's obviously gonna take a shit ton of time to beat, and I don't know if I'm gonna stream any more of it. I think this might be it. I don't know. I haven't really decided. I mean, for one thing, it's not my copy that I'm playing, and I'm sure my brother is going to want to play it a lot more than I do, considering it's his. But yeah, no, I mean, good game. Let me make sure I save. I have a bad habit of not doing that, and I don't know if this game oh, it does have autosaves. Alright, or maybe it doesn't. Yeah, man. Good, it's good, it's good. That tutorial is a lot longer than the first games. I think it's worse. I think that whole area is worse than Breath of the Wild's first area. And I think the tutorial's too long. It's too... Ugh. But it's not bad. Before we go to bed, hopefully all of us, I'd like to thank my subscribers and give a little update after on what the plans are. Ivanko1224, thank you. Alucha Dead, thank you. Pat McGroin, thank you. The three of you, I really appreciate your subscriptions. To everybody who watched today, thanks. To everybody who was in the chat, thank you for keeping me company. And for anybody that wants to watch the full uninterrupted broadcast, any parts that you missed in between or before you got here, you can go to Frank Broadcasts on YouTube. And it should be up in a couple days. I'm a little behind on uploading the archives because I had to cut some stuff out of the Metroid ones because I doxed myself a couple times. So I gotta upload the Metroid ones. I think I gotta upload the Teardown one, and then this will go up. Or the Star Wars ones I gotta put up too. And then the Metroid one. Or Zelda. Fuck, I'm tired. But anyway, that's it. If you want to see clips, I'm kind of behind on that too, but I'm going to be uploading some more clips and highlights on Instagram and TikTok at Frank Broadcasts. And on YouTube, the clips are going under at Frank Uploads. So... yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Kotal Khan, man, I've heard Kotal Khan gets the shaft in MK11, and that's kind of sad because I really like Kotal Khan. He's cool. He keeps getting the short end of the stick. Anyway, that's it for Zelda. That's it for me. That's it for Danny. And yeah, so stay posted on Twitter at Frank Broadcast for future streams. Expect at least one next week, and expect some layout changes with it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.